Good morning, it's Dr. James. Hey, I hope you're off to a wonderful start today. I am so grateful to see you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And today I want to slow down the world. I want to slow down the world for you and I so we can connect with something that is absolutely a secret power of being a superhuman. Have you found yourself over the last few weeks, months, or years trying to keep up with the pace of life? And then in experience, you find yourself being hyper reactive towards others and even towards yourself. A way that you are so quickly and readily available to find something wrong with yourself. Find yourself when you're not being perfect. Find yourself when you think you should have done something better and beating yourself for it unmercifully for days or weeks. And doing it in such a way that it actually dims the light that you want to bring forward each and every day. It always filters that light. There's a conditionality about that light. Well, today I want to share with you a practice that I believe will help to remove that filter, bring love forward, and absolutely give you the superpower of being a superhuman. Over the last couple of years, we've addressed the practice of compassion a whole bunch, but I may have failed to do it in such a way that is complete. I can talk about the ways that I love to see myself being compassionate towards others. I'm very readily available to see how I can be compassionate towards the people I love the most. Bring my empathy, bring my sense of love, bring my understanding, bring my gentleness and kindness to them. And it's a practice I love to bring to strangers as well. It's a beautiful practice. But one of the hardest practices that I have found over my lifetime is the practice of self-compassion. Self-compassion is what makes compassion complete. And there's so many beautiful pieces of science that are coming out right now that gives me such a sense of heartfulness. And I want to encourage you today to look at the way that you can bring more gentle understanding and unconditional love and acceptance towards yourself. A way that you look at the way of your self-care and your treatment towards yourself as an unconditional kindness. That unconditional kindness is a superpower. Studies show that when we're unconditionally kind and compassionate towards ourselves, amazing things happen to our physiology. Literally, systemic inflammation goes down when we're I'm going to be kind and compassionate towards myself. This is such an emotional thing for me. So we find ourselves lowering things like CRP, interleukin-6, which is associated with so many diseases that we want nothing to do with. And if we can open a space in our heart first, before we bring the compassion out in the world, let's bring it home. Let's be with it because it'll lower stress, it'll lower cortisol, it'll lower anxiety, it'll lower depression, it'll lower all the incidents of becoming emotionally and spiritually disconnected towards the highest version of ourselves and what we want to see for ourselves. Self-compassion is not narcissistic. It is not self-indulgent. It is not about being self-absorbed. It is an emancipating factor. It's the freedom fuel to help you bring your light all the way forward with no filter. It's when you come unabashed, commonly human. And in that common humanity, you actually see yourself and you see your brothers and your sisters in such a way that there's a movement that's being made through the way that you hold yourself with a gentle understanding. The studies are amazing. They say that when you're under the influence of a practice of self-compassion, you increase your emotional intelligence to such a degree that your ability to perceive, to intuit, to connect with yourself and to connect with the world around you becomes literally a superpower. And in that experience of being under the influence of self-compassion, we literally become a model. We become a catalyst. And this is not about an ego model or an ego-empowered catalyst. This is a spiritual model. It's a possibility that others see in that self-compassion practice an opportunity for themselves. And can you imagine the world living under the influence of a greater gentleness and acceptance and loving understanding of oneself? That is self-compassion. So today, let us don the cape of the superpower of being a superhuman through the practice of loving self-compassion. So with that, I just want to say I love you, I appreciate you, I have deep compassion for me and you. Much love, many blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.